So what does it mean that you know more about karate history than I do? It means absolutely nothing. And do we practice a karate the same way they practiced 1 century ago? At the beginning of the podcast, I said we don't. Actually, we are very far away from what they teach at that time. So I believe it's a pointless conversation, and it's not going to die. It's going to evolve.
Right. And I think with kind of group I was referring to was or I don't even think it's that group. It's more people who are less open. They're less open to having their things learned. I've worked with people who said, "Don't ever put this on, XYZ platform. Don't let this be shown in public."
Okay.
Which I think, to a degree, everyone has the right to privacy. If people don't want stuff shown, everyone's got a right to that. But
well, I would say like they want to keep their copyright of their training, the way they train, or
right.
it's like a secret killing technique.
I think it's more with some folk I've worked with. It's less about like either secret killing technique or copyright, even though there's been odd trademark stuff launched around it. But it's been more like, well, there's this kata that we do. Okay, there's a kata that you do. We don't want people videoing it. Why? We want them to learn it. Okay. But we don't want them videoing it. Well, how are they going to remember it if they forget something? Oh, they can video it, but they can't show it in public. Fair enough, right? Like that's fair, but again, the video will only show you a certain angle at a certain time. Even if you get multiple angles of it, you have to put that together in a weird way. And it depends how good you are at putting together a video, right? And integrating that into your training, which I feel this is inevitably, especially if people are worried about preservation, is inevitably going to have to be linked into training somehow. And I don't think, when you walk into a dojo, they'll train you in every which way, but in terms of being able to read something off of a video and copy those motions, I think why everyone is so kind of about it now is because they never learned how to do that. It's so unfamiliar to them that that's why they're getting all antsy about like Zoom training and stuff like that.
Well, one of them, it happened with my student, or it happened in some competition I've been there. And for example, it happened with the latest WKF katas, Ohandai, for example. People are learning Ohandai from Ryo performance in X or Y competition.
Right.
Number one, Kyuna is super fast. It is, so the camera is not able to pick all his movements. And you see in the competition, you see people replicating like 80% of the movement. And everyone has their own version of that movement. And I don't know how judges can even judge if that is well done or not, because the way I learned Ohandai, I had to travel to a seminar, and they really teach me slowly, a Ryu seminar, by the way. So they teach me slowly, oh, this movement is like this. And you will see on a competition video, like, boom, hey, what happened there? It happened this. And on the competition, you are not able to see that. You just see a lot of adrenaline and a lot of strength and speed, but you don't see the inners of the kata. So once you learn the kata, keep it by yourself. I don't think in that sense it will die. I'm sorry about the dogs.
Oh no, are you kidding me? This is this is a welcome callback. We've had dogs on this podcast several times.
Okay.
Our canine friends are always welcome. So
Okay. I'm happy to know that we are in a dog-friendly podcast.
Of course. If you're not in a dog-friendly podcast, what are you doing?